My sister-in-law demanded I pay for her wedding venue after she found out about my inheritance. I made her regret asking. My grandfather died 6 months ago. Lung cancer. 3 weeks from diagnosis to funeral. He left me everything. His machine shop, his house, and about $400,000 in various accounts. Not because I was his favorite. I was the only grandkid who showed up every Sunday for the last 15 years to help him rebuild engines and listen to his stories about Korea. My wife Deb and I kept it quiet. We're both nurses. We live simply, and sudden money makes people weird. We paid off our student loans, fixed the roof, and put the rest away. Told nobody except our accountant. Then my wife's sister Trina got engaged. Trina's always been the princess of their family. When she graduated from college, their parents threw a party that cost more than our wedding. When she couldn't make rent at 28, they paid it for 6 months. When she wanted to start a boutique cupcake business that lasted exactly 9 weeks, they gave her $15,000. The engagement happened in March. By April, wedding planning consumed every family dinner. Trina wanted a destination wedding in an Asheville mountain venue, 150 guests, the works. Price tag, $85,000. Their parents blanched at the number. They'd already spent their savings on Trina's previous ventures. That's when Trina turned to us during Sunday dinner. You guys could help. Family supports family, right? Deb laughed. We're nurses, not surgeons. We can maybe give you $1,000 as a wedding gift. Trina's face soured. That's it? You never spend money on anything. You must have tons saved. We changed the subject, but Trina kept pushing over the next few weeks. Little comments about our cheap lifestyle, how we never took vacations, how we drove a 12-year-old Honda. Then she found out about the inheritance. I still don't know how. Maybe she saw paperwork when she was at our house. Maybe someone at the bank mentioned it. But one Thursday night, she showed up at our door with her fiancé, Kyle, and a folder of wedding venue printouts. We know about your grandfather's money. I kept my face neutral. What money? Don't play dumb, Phil. Kyle's cousin works at the title company. We know you inherited his house and business. That's gotta be worth what, $500,000? Kyle stood behind her, nodding like a dashboard bobblehead. That's our private business, Deb said. Private? Trina's voice went shrill. I'm your sister. You're sitting on hundreds of thousands while I'm trying to plan the most important day of my life, and you offered me $1,000? That's what we can afford to give, I said. Bullshit. You're just being selfish. That money's not even really yours. It's a windfall. You didn't earn it. I felt my jaw tighten. I spent every Sunday for 15 years playing with cars, she interrupted, while I was actually working, building a career. You sold cupcakes for 2 months, Deb shot back. Trina turned to her sister. You're really choosing him over your own family? She stormed out. Kyle followed, but not before mumbling that we should reconsider. The next day, Trina sent a group text to the entire extended family. Some people forget where they come from when they get money. Just saying. Her mother called Deb, crying. Her father called me to say he was disappointed. Cousins we hadn't talked to in years suddenly had opinions about our obligation. Fine. They wanted to play games? I knew how to play. I called Trina. You're right. We should contribute. How about this? I'll pay for the entire venue. All $85,000. Silence. Then squealing. Really? Oh my God, Phil. I knew you'd come through. One condition. I want to review the contract first. Send it over. She emailed it within minutes. I read every line. The venue required full payment 30 days before the event. The cancellation policy was brutal. No refunds within 60 days. I called the venue directly. Explained I'd be paying for my sister-in-law's wedding. They were delighted. I put down the deposit, $8,500, on my credit card. Then I waited. Trina became insufferable. Every family gathering, she talked about how generous Phil was, how she always knew I was a good guy, how the wedding would be perfect thanks to me. She quit her part-time job to focus on wedding planning full-time. She upgraded everything. Flowers, catering, dress. Final bill, $110,000. 3 weeks before the wedding, she sent me the invoice for the balance, $76,500. I texted back, no. My phone rang immediately. Very funny. The payment's due in 7 days. I know, but I've reconsidered. Deb and I will stick with our original $1,000 gift. You already paid the deposit. Consider that our gift then. $8,500 is very generous. She threatened to sue. I reminded her that I had screenshots of her messages calling my inheritance windfall and not really mine. I had recordings of her voicemail saying I didn't earn it. Hard to convince a judge I owed her money I didn't really deserve, according to her own words. The wedding was canceled. The venue kept the deposit. Trina's living with their parents again. She hasn't spoken to us in 3 months. Worth every penny of that $8,500.